Hello again. This one is going to be a quickie about transmutation of energy, or the temperance card, because we're in Sag season. Did you know that yet? Did you figure that out yet? Sag season. Sagittarius. Now, funnily enough, as we come out of Sag season, the Ten of Wands, we go into Capricorn season, which has got this lemniscate. So coming out of all that stuff, it continues, if you want it to. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this little lemniscate here and go like that, so I don't make it too long, because people do have the attention spans of fruit flies these days. So, no judgment. Personal experience. After I was left to... Also, when I can talk about stuff, it means I'm over it. I don't talk about the stuff that I'm still a bit sore about, because I don't want to get all weepy or upset or what have you, because I can get emotional about stuff, so shoot me. Now, this was Christmas 2021, where I had had death threats. I'd been sectioned unfairly. I was poisoned in the hospital, totally ignored by family, and when I came out, they were trying to use it as a weapon. They weaponized what had happened against me, and I haven't seen my mother figure since. I'm very thankful for that, to be quite honest with you. Now, what I did was I went up to Stilton in Cambridgeshire, near Peterborough, where she lives. I took a small bag just in case, and I thought I'm just going to go and see. And I noticed a whole load of cars there, which I didn't recognise. I thought, well, who's she entertaining then? So I did a Saggy pivot, went to the pub, it's called the Bell Inn in Stilton, and I wrote a Christmas card, a goodbye Christmas card, because I thought, all right, well, you don't want me around, but who are all these strange people? And then I got a text message. Actually, I did a video of me. I was in the men's loos at the Bell in Stilton. I was going, I've just done it. I was a bit breathy at the time, thinking, oh God, that's it. Bang, go back to London. Little did I know that because of engineering works, there weren't no more trains that day. And I got stuck in Peterborough for 3 days over Christmas. I couldn't go home. So nobody does it like me. So I had to get a hotel. And I thought, with all that horrible energy, what do I do? And I thought, and so what I did for 3 nights, anybody who was sleeping rough, I went around and did tarot card readings for people, for homeless people, in doorways or whatever. Because it's something that I could do, because I didn't want to sit with that energy, feeling just sort of gazing into space, watching the news but not taking it in, just feeling umpty about the situation. And that was the first Christmas I'd ever spent by myself. And if I'd have been registered, because I think you have to have all kinds of clearing and stuff like that, I would have helped out in a shelter or something like that, if I'd have known in advance. But I thought, well, what can I do to bolster people who are on their uppers? You know, at least I've got a hotel room. I can't be in my home, but I'll help. I didn't really know Peterborough very well until I'd walked around about 50 times looking for people who were out in the cold on Christmas Day, or over that Christmas period. 3 days I was stuck there. 3, count them, 1, 2, 3. And I'm just, I'm not making any judgments or anything, but I was told never to go to her home again uninvited, because I wasn't welcome. But strangely enough, there was a woman called Drucilla Cotton, or Drew Cotton. I think she was born Drucilla Althea Whitehead in South Africa. Now, I was friends with this woman. She lived in Sidges, just south west of Barcelona. And I used to fly out there quite often to see her. Then she lent me some money, and I paid her back. And then she tried to take me to court because there wasn't the paper trail an obvious paper trail of me giving her the money back. So she took me to court. And she lied that much in the submitted paperwork that the judge threw it out in the pre-trial hearing. So you destroyed yourself as a witness. You as your own witness. There are that many lies here. So if you give people enough rope, they will hang themselves. And I don't know about what happened to Drew Cotton's life from about 2007. Oh, that's right, because I had the court hearing, or the pre-trial hearing, on the Wednesday, and then I buried my father on the Friday, so it was quite a busy week. So it must have gone through 2009. Now, there were a couple of occasions after that when I came home and I put my light on, and then the phone rang straight away, my landline, and I got a whole load of abuse from an anonymous phone call down the phone. So it puts that link in your mind. Your light goes on. So who's watching? Your light go on, then your landline rings. So that was a little nicety there. And so there was the gap, 2009 to 2021 Christmas. Now, when I was up in Peterborough, who should I bump into? Almost, but she skirted around me, Drew Cotton. So what was she doing up in Peterborough? She lived most of her life in Britain, sort of in, well, those last few years in London. So what was she doing about 6 miles from where my mother lived? I must post this video, because she scooted into a sewing shop, believe it or not, and she stayed in there with her back against the door, sort of scrunched, looking over the counter, as though she didn't want to be seen. I stood outside the shop, and I thought she must come out soon enough. But no, she stayed there. And I thought, well, that's peculiar. And I've noticed that woman outside in the street outside my home. She was well known for for dyeing her hair very, very red. As red as a London bus. No, I'm just saying it's a coincidence that because basically I was going through a shopping centre and I thought, oh, I'm going the wrong way. So I turned, and then she was a few, about sort of 20 paces behind me, 20, 30 paces behind me. Then she just darted off to the side. Oh, you following me, Drew? Are you standing outside my house, Drew? Why would you be doing that? Oh, because you lost the court case against me. Is that why, Drew? So has this woman, Aries, Queen of Wands in reverse, has she developed a vendetta against me in my life because she failed to lie about me in a court case? Has she poisoned my family against me? I don't think it took much poisoning, but I don't know. I can only ask the questions. The longer it goes on, the less you can be bothered to find out the answers. But when it's all fresh and your family have walked away from you for no reason, just when they should have been supporting you, and you've got this toxic woman from the past. I mean, she drove her car into a mountain and then blamed me. She didn't even tell me about it, then blamed me that I hadn't gone to Barcelona to visit her. I didn't even know you crashed your car, you dipstick. And if she's got the nerve to talk about people taking drugs, well, she had to go to A&E because she was trying to get me to go out partying when I'd hung up my disco boots. And she was admitted to St George's Hospital in Tooting because she'd gone out with a whole load of other people, got completely off her face, and ended up in A&E because she'd obviously mixed the wrong thing in. I got blamed for that, even though I said, no, I don't want to go out with you. That woman was present when my computer was stolen and my laptop was stolen. She was around at the time. I'm not casting nasturtiums, but there you go. I don't know, but I will post that video, because why would somebody 12 years later at the time when the rest of your family's walking away from you, be in a city where it's quite peculiar, where she is literally 20 paces behind you in a shopping centre, and then hide in a sewing shop. Anyway, I'm releasing those questions to the universe, and if TMH wants to give me the answers, he will, but I won't be looking into them any further. But those are the synchronicities and the weirdness that seems to happen in my life. And I was also told by my Gemini Ten of Swords sister, oh, but Drew likes you. Oh, she loves you so much. She's such a good friend. She wasn't a good friend of me at all, Anna. She took me to court on a trumped up, on a lie. And you're telling me I should make friends with her again? Why? Why would I do that, dear sister? This is said without malice, but you've got to look at the comedy of the situation. This is your sister telling you to make friends again with a person who's just trying to take you to court. Yeah, there you go. Take good care. Dude, just a little something to think about. You know?